Everybody, Nick here, and today, well, boy, do I have something terrible for you all. I've got some very nice things as well, but mostly what you're here for, and let's be real here, what I'm here for today is the terribility. But before I go any further, I want to highlight some things that aren't terrible that are coming to the channel here soon. I've been working on a lot of reviews. I have been working on a lot of reviews. Oh my freaking gosh. I have spent so damn much time reviewing lately. Been amazing. Things have calmed down a little bit for me at work, and therefore I am able to spend a little bit of time actually getting, getting some stuff done. But some interesting stuff has come across my table. I got this little guy, the Alliance Designs. Hey, that was talking. The Pat Hammond Scout. I've got the Gerber Fastball, which is actually not a bad knife. I know, right? And so you keep an eye out for a review of this guy coming up. I got some interesting stuff coming up from A.G. Russell. I've got the CRKT CEO, which is actually pretty good in a couple of ways. It's pretty bad in one very specific way, but it's pretty good in a couple of ways. Namely the tip-up thing. I'm finally working on my review of the CRKT Shock. And actually, speaking of CRKT, this little guy came across my table. Actually, just yesterday it showed up, and it's actually pretty impressive. This is the 25th anniversary home front. It is an M390 blade. It is full titanium, and it is still a Cricut home front, complete with the easy disassembly approach that made the line so famous. So this actually turned out to be surprisingly good. I'm actually pretty much a fan of this. So anyways, keep an eye out for some reviews of these guys here coming up soon. But look, I know what you're here for. I know exactly what you're here for. You're not here for the gems. I mean, sometimes you may be, but not tonight. No, not tonight. You all came into the chat today looking for one thing. You are looking for terribility. And I have some terribility on the table right now. Oh my gosh, do I. I've got some terribility here. I've got some terribility here. I've got some terribility, oh yeah, right there. And I got a whole pile of it coming from here. And I've got some other terribility going on as well. So it's going to be a very, very interesting sort of an afternoon in terms of your terrible knives going live. But anyways, I figured I would actually go ahead and start off with something that is not going to take a whole bunch of time. Recently, I decided, you know what, I should get into watches. It's a bad idea, but it's happened. And I thought to myself, I am going to buy and review the most terrible watches on Amazon. I'm going to find the cheapest watch I could find, possibly on Amazon, that seemed like it could maybe be functional, and go ahead and do a review. The thing is, though, and so I placed my order. Little did I know, I ended up buying two of them accidentally, or they ended up shipping two of them accidentally. I'm not sure. The total purchase price was, I think, $2.30 or so. I still got ripped off, mind you. But these are just freaking awful. These are not pieces of gear that, I've had some, cheap gear that I've enjoyed reviewing, that I felt like was decent. These watches, I want to toss into the fires of Mount Doom. I want these not just to be thrown away, I want these to be exiled. My reasoning for this is relatively simple. So you're thinking to yourself, Nick, it's a cheap quartz watch. How bad can it be? It can be bad. To start with, this guy has an accuracy that is approximately, 10 seconds a day off. And that's a rough back-of-the-envelope calculation. I haven't measured because, oh my God, why would I? But I have noticed that over time, the alarm that I cannot shut off and goes off every night has started to vary by around 6 minutes since the time I got it. That works out to around 10 seconds a day. This is a quartz watch. They are normally accurate to about 0.6, so this is like violently bad for a quartz watch. Speaking of that alarm, I can't turn off the damn alarm on this watch. I consider myself to be a reasonably intelligent human being. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's a terrible thing. But I cannot for the life of me freaking figure out how to turn off the alarm on this guy. So every day at it started off around 8:03 a.m. and then moved on to 9, and then now it's like 8:10 or something like that. Every damn day, twice a day, I get these freaking alarms going off just loudly. And these are really, really, really annoying. And I can't figure out how to turn it off. Next thing, the build quality is just amazing. As you can see here, the straps are loosely attached. Those are the spring bars, which, by the way, are just about as soft as you might expect. So yeah, that's good. Look at the stamping on the back here. This is a multifunction watch. It is resistant water. Oh, yes, indeed. It has a stainless steel back, which is amazing that they went ahead and printed it on there. Because, yeah, this is a genuine onyx, which is not like onyx, but it is. It does have a light that works, kind of. Although, look at the light. It, like, flashes in a weird way. That's kind of neat. Thank you very much there, Jacob. Just the whole damn thing is complete and utter trash. And watch, I'm pressing the start button, and that's making the days of the week flash for some reason. I don't know. I may have a freaking PhD, but I can't figure out these freaking Honhixes. Thank you very much there, Tommy D. Everybody who's making those donations, that is very kind of you. But I freaking dislike these watches. I cannot do it. I am very, very interested in quartz watches. I really do enjoy some inexpensive pieces, but oh, look at that quality spring bar construction right there. I just can't freaking do it. So, yeah, I cannot wait. Once this video has been filmed, I cannot wait to take these guys out to the dumpster and dispose of them as they should have been disposed of long ago. Goodbye, Honix, and goodbye the freak alarm going off twice a day, which is just going to be better. So I have my pile of crap out there. That's a situation. Just like the home front, it's a feature. Yeah, exactly. They're easy to disassemble. Alrighty. So those were the watches. Next thing. I mentioned recently that I did the Blade show, right? And at the Blade show, I did a meet and greet, and I met many wonderful people there at the meet and greet, but I met, among those wonderful people there was a young man named John. He told me that, Nick, I have some terrible some terrible knives for you. I said, oh, John, and, you know, John is a younger man, not quite sure how old he is, but, you know, young teenager, something along those lines, I don't know. But anyways, he told me, Nick, I got some terrible knives. I said, well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. And he sent along a package full of terribility. He says, in this package, there are some pretty awful knives. They may not be the worst, but they share some things in common. They both have innovative features that are seldom seen in the knife world. They both contain some of your deepest gripes about knives. I hope you get a good laugh out of these truly wonderful articles of cutlery and that they serve my terrible knife storage well. So, I gotta be honest right here, John. Just this little bit that's peeking out at me, thank you very much, Paul and Hawkwit, just this little bit peeking out at me already tells me I've got something beautiful ahead of me. But since this has already started unwrapping itself, what do you say we proceed into what, Joe, my God, it's a wrench. Okay, this is going to be excellent. We have a rainbow wrench knife. Oh, boy, and I'm liking the tinfoil, by the way. That feels like it's containing the contagion in a better way than your normal approach. And it's recyclable. Probably a lot like, hey, frankly, it's probably the same hardness as this blade. Not that I want to bring hardness up, oh, God, no, never. So, yes, that is definitely a situation. Here we have a wrench knife. Now, what's interesting is that it's actually two wrenches. So you could go from either side. They are the same wrench size, which honestly feels like a missed opportunity to me. Maybe you have one of a different size, but and I don't know what. Let's gauge this. We need to be accurate here. We'll go ahead and see. This is a. He uses inches very optimistically. 0.552. I don't know if that's actually a wrench size or a 14 millimeter wrench, more likely metric, being over there in the China. But yeah, let's go ahead and see. If I flip this with my pinky finger, and it's a karambit, kind of. Oh yeah, let's flip this guy open. Oh yeah, it's a snake eye. Oh, ho, 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 beautiful. I gotta say, there's a nice bit of polish on here. It reflects the Batman mask beautifully in the evening. Do not get into wrenches, says Clarence. Nice. Very, very nice. That's spectacular. Thank you very much, Edsel. Edsel, that is. Oh, boy. It is indeed stainless steel. One could probably... Is that rust? No, that's just the edges. Hold on. So what I'm noticing right here, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. There's a nice big ding on the edge there. So let's go ahead and see. Is that the case? Yeah. So turns out that the blade actually hits this backspacer in there. You can see a nice little ding on that backspacer. That's where this little ding comes from. So it's gradually serrating itself. That's pretty excellent. That is very, very, very excellent. So let's see here. It doesn't say anything else. This is not an USA design. My buddy USA wasn't involved. That's a shame. But that you know, it works out. It's okay. The lockup is around 80%. Does it actually lock? Yeah, it does. There is just considerable side-to-side blade play on this guy. That's pretty nice. Up and down play. Oh yeah, that's there too. 100%. Yeah, that's... And then we have ourselves actually right side tip up carry. That's pretty unusual here. This is the Snake Eye, I gotta say. If we put aside the fact that this probably isn't a very good wrench, actually, hold on. Is the back of the wrench a different size? I'm now curious about this. Let's see here. Yes. I believe the back of the wrench is actually a different size. That's kind of nice, right? Okay, so we've got ourselves a wrench knife. That's a first. Do not get into wrenches. Yeah. Is that a Benchmade clip? That definitely feels like a copy of the Benchmade clip. Do I have a Benchmade around here with that clip? No, actually. The only Benchmades I have around... Oh, hold on. Come here, bug out. You are not a Benchmade. Come here. Come on, buddy. Either way, yeah, that sure feels like a clip ripoff, if you will. So, yeah, nice. Very nice. Thank you very, very much for that, John. Then we check the other one. Let's see what we got going on here. Pop this open. I don't want to use any kind of a tool because I might damage the knife inside irrevocably. This is Black Label Tactical Blades with... Isn't that logo like somebody's logo? Hey, thank you very much, Paul. The wrench made. Nice. I feel like this logo belongs to somebody or another. But okay. Black Label Tactical Blades. Pandemonium. 124BL. Hold on. Is this like 154CM but minus 30 and 2 letters? Because CM, BL. I'm assuming 124BL is a new steel that's been made. Oh, look at that clip. So this is like one of those, there's the African tone instruments where you've got like a gourd and then a little flipping thing here. So now you can play hold on, I need a soundboard of some variety for this. What do I have to be? I need like a stiff clipboard or something like that. Here we go. Let's try this. Got a shoebox here. Nice. So it's a musical instrument. Maybe that's what John meant. That we've got ourselves a thumb piano. Exactly. Yeah, we've got ourselves a thumb piano that happens to also be a folding knife. So nice. Very, very nice. We can see here that oh man, that's eat the crap already. Got a nice little meteorite finish on there. Kalimba. That's the term I was looking for. Thank you very much. The knife limba. Oh, man. So we got ourselves a nice beat-up finish on this. It's, I'm sorry, it's apocalyptic is the term that's used in the community here. This looks like it might have been carried at some point in time or destroyed. Oh, yeah. This is the knife he brought at Blade Show, I think. I feel like this might be it. John, I don't know if John's in here to confirm this, but it sure feels like it is because he showed me a knife that is... shall we say, interestingly serrated. In terms of the edge, it's actually thinner behind the edge than most of the stuff that you see on a regular basis. It is rusting apart up at the top here, so that's pretty excellent. We have ourselves one big serration right here, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if that was broken off while it was cutting. All right. How stupid am I feeling right now? That's a really good question. I feel like I'm feeling pretty stupid. What I'm suspecting we've got going on here is just an exceptionally brittle burned edge. So I need something to cut. That'll do. And what my goal here is going to be is to try and just sort of, this will give me plenty of distance away. Interesting. This edge is harder than this steel. Huh. All right. I figured it would be a little bit brittle, and don't worry, I am wearing eye protection and the Batman mask, so don't worry about that. But, yeah, that's pretty excellent. Yeah. I'm digging the single serration. Doesn't come up very often, but it's definitely, Nick, this is unwise. Stop. Oh boy, this is not a brilliant idea. Don't damage the N9, asks Nathan. I'm sorry, Nathan. It's just a good anvil. So, what we can see here is that this knife is actually slightly harder than the steel of the M9. Could probably cut through eventually, but yeah. All right, so we have ourselves a beautiful, maybe it's like an arch, right? It's like if you want to cut every part of the carrot except this part in the middle there, maybe that could do it. Sakari says, do not get into the... Oh, it's a finger choil. It says the Metallic Panda. Holy crap, Metallic Panda. Thank you very much for the generous donation. That's very kind of you. He says it's not a serration, it's a finger choil. Can I use this as a finger choil? Kind of. Like, okay, in a reverse grip, that's about pinky size. Yeah, this is also unwise. Here we go. Yep, now it's a finger choil. Perfect. Looks like somebody nicked the blade. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So this little guy right here, the Black Label. Yeah, it's got the kalimba thing going on. It's just excellent. Anything's a finger choil if you've got the stones for it. Nice. Oh boy. So, thank you very, very much for these, John. Between the wrench knife here and then the Black Label, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Those were a pair of beautiful things. Next one actually comes from another YouTuber, actually. This is slightly terrifying to me because I know this person to know good knives, and yet they have found something that is terrible. That comes right here from my good buddy over at Metal Complex. Maybe he could make the logo a little bit bigger. I'm not 100% sure. But he says, Nick, there are two knives here. They say the best knives are tools, and so the M-Tech is pure gold in that department. The War-Tech, oh, interesting, is a real head scratcher, or maybe it was designed as a back scratcher. No idea. Maybe you can make sense of it. Oh, boy, Metal Complex, I appreciate that very much. He is another YouTuber. You should go check him out. But let's go on ahead and see. We'll start off with the M-Tech. And here we go. Ready, set. Thank you very much. So we now have two sizes of wrench. I'm working my way towards full set here. But what's awesome here, actually, check this out. So what's interesting... Sorry, people. So what's awesome is that these are two different size wrenches, at least on the, yeah, it is, on the front and on the back. So now I'm slowly accumulating the set. One of these is branded M-Tech. One of them is branded Snake Eye. So that's beautiful. I wonder how many wrenches I'm going to end up with by the end of this cast. Oh, man, that's excellent. The Bling wrench set, is this... Are they both assisted? This one must have been assisted. Yeah, okay, it's assisted. Oh, that's a wrenched collection I've got going on. Thank you, Steve Rasmussen, for that one. Oh, man. They've got slightly different design touches. J. Cole asks, why do these wrenches have finger choils? That's a really good question there, J. Cole. There are so many good questions, but this one's made by USA. Okay, see, this is bothering me because this means if this one was made by USA, then Snake Eyes is ripping off my buddy USA's designs. And this one doesn't have a Benchmade clip. What the heck? The M-Tech one is left side tipped down. This guy is right. I just don't know anymore. I'm torn. I'm completely and totally torn. What I have here are two knives that are substantially the same, but they're both terrible in their own unique and independent ways. This one, too. Is this hollow ground? Holy crap, it's hollow ground. This is going to cut better than most of what's out there right now. It's divergent evolution. I think you mean convergent, but either way. Although I'm sure is that going to evolve in such a way that I diverge from these here. Oh, the fact that USA got ripped off here is kind of... Yeah, that's a thing. Thank you very much, Bold City. He's asking a question here. I'm going to try and focus on the terrible knives here, but I actually have a whole video up on the hardness situation. I think that pretty much covers it. It is very, very hard to measure correctly, and yeah. So anyways, yeah, my cup runneth over. Let's put it that way. My cup runneth over with terrible freaking knives, each with their own little bit of joy. And God, I gotta call USA, as if I could call him. I don't have. I got a WeChat USA, and yeah, tell him that he's been ripped off here. So okay, there we go. Now I think it's time to move on to the Wartech, which for all I know is another wrench. That'll be a beautiful thing. But let's go ahead and... What the hell? Pardon my French. So, okay. I'm actually very sad that we didn't do this during Pride Month. June just ended. But this knife would actually be, as along with the wrench, would be a very nice fit for that. So this could be a celebratory Pride Month edition of Terrible Knives Live. That would have actually been a smart thing to do. But okay, whatever. What we have here is... I actually don't know quite what we have here. We have ourselves a stone-style pattern going on here. Being colorblind doesn't help. Yeah, I can kind of imagine. We have a stone scale pattern. We have a clip of some variety or another. The question is, what the heck does this thing open? Okay. So I'd like to make one thing abundantly clear. This knife is fully deployed right now. If I do this, the knife is fully deployed. What we have here... Oh, it's front flipper, you're right. Assisted front flipper, says Musso. As if that were the thing that was a little strange here. What we have here is an assisted front flipper rainbow scythe. Those are not a set of words I was planning to string together at the moment, but this appears to be a pocket sickle, and not in the sense of a popsicle, but in a different thing. This is a little tiny for the Grim Reaper on the go. Yes, indeed. I just don't... So then, like, you take this out in case you have to harvest a very small amount of crops? Is that what's going on here? Or maybe... Okay, does this... Yeah, it's locked up. There's no... Measuring blade play is the weirdest thing ever with this. There's actually no blade play at all here, which is impressive. Like, for carpet cutting, it's a little... I gotta say, actually, ergonomically speaking, this part up here is not so bad. I mean, like, look, the whole thing is just ergonomically... Well, frankly, it's just a problem, is what it is. The Glam Reaper! Oh, yes, GX, you win. You win. Oh, the Glam Reaper this is. Oh, man, that's amazing. But ergonomically, this works pretty well for being the Glam Reaper here. It is fully recurved, although it is sharpened to the... Oh, not quite to the very end. It is... Well, is it sharp? Yeah, let's check. Parts of it are. No, that was just tearing, I think. The Glam Reaper. The Glam Reaper, indeed. What's the jimping for? I mean, I think it... Do I trust that lock, says Daniel R. Yeah, I think I do. And like I said, there's no play. My buddy Usu is... Oh, 3 CR13. When 8 is just way too many CRs, that's when you bust out this guy. For harvesting bonsai wheat. Oh, man. And then sharpening this guy. Here's the joy of sharpening this guy. I take out one of my favorite sharpening tools, the Spyderco Golden Stone, So I have to do like, I have to lift it off the table in order to fully sharpen this. And then on the other side, oh, no, hold on. Oh, that's using more brain cells than I think I have. Really? Is the steel that soft? Yeah, it is. That's amazing. Wow. Would this fit on a KME? I'm gonna just go ahead and not think about that question. That maybe, just maybe. Oh, thank you very much, Keith. Keith is another regular supplier of terrible, terrible knives. So, Metal Complex, I have to say, the Glam Reaper, you have outdone yourself, my friend. This is. I think that's about what we can say safely about it. It 100% absolutely is. One other thing that is actually not terrible, but I'm just going to tease a little bit over here in the corner of the screen. I have reviewed many knives for very specialized purposes, but only recently have I finally figured out the very perfect everyday carry option. Oh yeah, that review is coming up here soon. Alrighty, let's go on ahead and move on. The next set is actually by my buddy Josh. The first one he sends with a note that says, I am tired of seeing knives like this. Okay, WPS, whatever that means, and Michelin motorcycle tires. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay. So what's funny about this? I don't know if this is funny or sad. It's probably a little of each. What's funny about this is actually that I'm to the point now where I recognize terrible knife factories. I'm to the point now where I look at these screws and I think to myself, wow, that is the same screw that was present on the Snap-on knife, which is a well-known denizen of my channel. And so it's to the point now where I may not know the name of the country or the factory. Frankly, I probably can't pronounce the name of the factory, but I recognize them. That's kind of a strange thing right there. This is a Michelin tire knife from the seams of it. I don't know what WPS stands for. Worthless piece of... Nice. Yeah, that sounds about right. Wimpy pocket steel. Feel free to share your theories over there in the chat. But let's go ahead and pop this guy open. Is it a slip joint? No, I don't think so. Oh, yes. Now, look, I got to be honest with you here. I didn't think that we were going to... After the Glam Reaper... I wasn't really sure that there was going to be much that could impress us here. But we'll probably snap. Won't pass Shabazz. Oh, man. Then I see this blade shape. This is a drop cliff. As in, yes, it's a drop cliff blade. Because you can see here it is a drop point sort of knife with a bit of a worn cliff with the serrations. But more specifically, you should drop it off the cliff. Because, oh my god, is it... Holy crap, it's not assisted. Then again, neither was the Snap-on. So whoever's making those is making these. Oh, yeah. This is... Okay, so now here comes the next part. This looks like a knife that would be reasonably ergonomic, right? I mean, just glancing at it, it's like there's lots of rounding here. It's got a nice full back spacer. But then you hold it, and no, because you've got this nice tall clip here. With this clip here, this is about an inch out in that domain. If you hold it back here, you've got your nicely serrated little liner lock that's just sticking up. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how proud this thing is of the... Well, let's put it this way. I think it's probably a little bit more proud of the handle than the designer is of the knife. I don't know. Let's figure that out. Sporp Cliff. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of spear point. Good point there, Josh. Yeah. Western Power Sports, a distributor of off-road gear. Okay. You know, I'm kind of liking worthless piece of sports, if you will. So, but this blade is astounding because these serrations are not sharp. The blade is... not really sharp either. Here, let me take out my... Let's see here. There you go. It's sharp. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Michelin motorcycle tires on both sides. Yeah, that's excellent. I'm liking the fact that it's unassisted. The detent on it is not. Is it a front flipper? Kind of. Yeah, I guess it's the night to be in the front flipper. Beautiful. There we go. It just there is no way to hold this thing. It just no way to. No, just no. I think it's the overall feeling here. Now I'm very curious. Actually, I'm going to take this guy partially apart here. I'm going to see whether this is actually wood. Did that just strip out that easily? Is this hex? I mean, clearly a hex has been placed on somebody for this to happen, but it may be hex. Hold on. Will it lock up? That's a good question. Substantial side-to-side blade play. Mild up and down blade play. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and pop the scale off here. Okay, it is hex. All right, that's better. Come here. Sorry, just need to get my, it's held in place with some kind of ungodly thread locker here. And I just want to see whether this is actually wood. Or just broken dreams put together into wood. Let's see here. You know a few people that deserve that knife. Oh, that's cold, man. That's real cold. Oh, man. You deserve this knife. Oh, man. Remind me not to get on your bad side. The screw strip is a security feature. Okay, this actually appears to be wood. Or at least it appears to appear like wood. It might be. It might be a plywood of some variety. It looks kind of ply-ish, right? But either way, is it? Hold on. It whittles like wood. All right, it's wood. There you go. Pack of wood, please baton it through itself. Wait. Those were the screws holding the knife together. The screws holding the handle on were the ones holding the thing together. Slicey dicey. I wish it had more words on it. Nice. Yeah, nice. So it comes with handy fire starting material. I want to light this on fire, but that's probably going to be super toxic. And I think my my P100 mask is in the other room, so let's go on ahead and not do that. Wow. Wood codium, yes indeed. Oh, wow. So I'm pretty impressed with the WPS here. I think it has earned up to its original title, that is. Thank you, Daniel R. And we can go on ahead and put this back together here. Oh, wilderness personal survival. Yeah, but if you need something to light on fire, then this would be a very good thing to light on fire. It's not going to be... Come on, Nikki, light my fire. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Oh, boy. WPS, the second front flipper of the night. I fully support this. All right, let's put this put the toolkit aside there for the moment, and let's get into our next little piece here. This was sent to me by, again, my buddy Josh, and we have here a watch. What on earth is... Oh, look at this. I feel like this is super fashionable. Say, hey, Hendrix, good to see you. Hendrix, you're going to have to catch the early part there because, oh, my God, was there... Sorry, it's the guy who handed me, who sent me that guy and this little... I'm not going to say the G word, but I certainly feel it. Oh, my gosh, yes. So we have right here a very interesting watch. All stainless steel back. Okay, hold on. Guys... I want to check something with the chat real quick. Stainless steel. Excepting in the Star Trek universe, I believe it was Voyage Journey Home, something along those lines. Steel is never transparent, right? Right? All stainless steel back. transparent. All stainless steel back, transparent. All stainless steel back, transparent. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. It was transparent aluminum in Star Trek, not transparent steel. Yeah. Anyways, I'm the Star Trek for the Voyage Home. Sorry, I've lost my nerd card here. I'm more of a Star Wars person than anything. But yeah, so we've got ourselves an absolutely beautiful watch. Does it run? It runs. That's good. It's got the upside down Illuminati triangle pyramid sort of thing. In Star Trek, it's transparent, or Star Wars, it's transparent steel. Oh, the nerds are going to be up on me on both ends now. Have to get up, pop this guy loose. There we go. All right. So we can, in fact, set the time, roughly-ish. Like, I think that means it's 1:15-ish. How the heck do you open this? Because I kind of need to. How are you supposed to get up in there? Ay, ay, ay. Red shirt, red watch. If you're on Star Trek, you're doomed. Oh, and I'm digging I just noticed the alligator clasp. I'm gonna... I'm gonna go give this as a gift to my wife when I'm done and see what she says. Oh, man. The funny part is yeah. And it's KK. They forgot the R. I think it should be cray cray. It's like a fire alarm break glass to use. Actually, do I have any knives with a glass breaker on me? Because, yeah, that would be useful for once in my life. Come here, glass breaker. Do I really not have anything high speed, low drag on my table right now that has a glass breaker on it? Come here. Somebody's got to be tactical. Not tactical enough. I have no freaking clue. How do I not have a glass breaker knife? The one time in my life I have ever actually sincerely desired to have a glass breaker, and I don't have one. Cruel. The world is cruel. Get a mallet. 3 pound sledge. Yeah. I have the world's, like, there is a seagull. You're probably hearing in the background, like, arr, 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 arr. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, asshole. Sorry, talking to the seagull. Look, I'm trying to live stream. I'm live streaming over here, okay? No, not that. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I had to have a conversation with the seagull. Pellet gun? No. I'm not a cruel man. Anyways, that is a beautiful thing. If only I had a wrench. Yeah, I don't think it's the right size. Break it with a wrench. All stainless steel back. Well, that worked. All right. But now I have broken glass. So let's find the way to deal with this. Probably should have found the way to deal with this before I... No! Bad seagull. All right, come here. I will nickname you Steven Seagull. Here we go. All righty. So, use the M9 bayonet. Good point. Come on. Needs a little bit more encouragement here. There we go. Did I just break the movement too? I don't know. Let's find out. I gotta say, this is surprisingly well held in there. Oh. There we go. Come on. There we go. So we can see here that this has the world's smallest quartz movement inside there. Slicey dicey with the apropos hashtag use your... Freaking seagull. Yeah, thank you for leaving. Go ahead and gently get in here with our spudger. Wow, this is super dangerous, actually. This is... There we go. This is a really bad idea. For those of you watching along at home, this is a super bad idea. But nevertheless, what we can see here is they are using a tiny, cheapo little quartz movement inside this stainless steel. By the way, this is stainless steel. Just so you know, Batman mask. Dude, I'm wearing safety glasses. Don't worry about that. But anyways, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Very nice. Oh, the freaking transparent steel watch. Yeah. Not buying the whole stainless steel thing. Nick is just over there at his beachfront property. James Riley Strong, you are massively overestimating my self-worth. Well, my self-worth as well as my net worth, frankly. No, I just happened to live by a parking lot, so there were a bunch of seagulls all around. Leave it to the professional people at home. Yeah, do not do anything that you see on this channel ever at home, including and especially buying this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Then finally, right here we have a piece also from my buddy Josh, titled, Never Bring a Gun to a Knife Fight. Okay. That's cryptic and concerning. What do we have? Okay. Did that thing just cut me? No, but it really tried hard to. That's excellent. What we have here is, oh, it's a flashlight too. How the heck is it? Is this automatic? This is an automatic gun-shaped flashlight including pocket knife. One more time with feeling. Automatic, gun-shaped, flashlight included, pocket knife. Nice. Gunblade light. Yeah, exactly. This is like your, if you go on like Reddit's EDC forum, it's full of people posting their gun, their blade, and their knife. Right here, this does it all at once. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to go post that just to troll them. Oh, man. So it is a gun, a blade, and a light all at once, although it doesn't seem to shoot anything except people's perception of you as a reasonable human for carrying. Oh, wow. It goes with the Glam Reaper. Oh, this right here. And then look at the pocket clip. Actually, I'm sorry. I need to back up a little bit. I went straight to the, is this automatic? Oh, it has a safety. That's nice at least. But look at the pocket clip on this. The pocket clip is this. I'd like to highlight one thing for you real quick. Pocket clip design is something that is usually done relatively well in the pocket knife world, right? Except here, the bulk of the knife is actually, like in terms of center of gravity, the center of gravity of the knife is actually above the pocket clip. That's really impressive. This is like, there's shallow carry. And by the way, the other thing I'd like to just highlight real quick is that the clip is on the side opposite the automatic, and it's just prominent. So I could put this in my pocket, and then when it presses up against my leg, it will deploy right into your leg. Oh boy, is this thing good. This is a very impressive, easily clippable little pocket knife. It's designed to make you lose it. Yeah, indeed. Oh, that way you won't ever have to... Is it still going? Oh, it has a moonlight mode. Is this adjustable? Oh, no, it's just failing. There we go. Oh, man. And you can also... I like that the flashlight has a range. Like, you can have it point this way, or you can have it point this way, and then it stops. So you have a total of, what, 20 degrees worth of arc there? Can you... Oh, no, you can go further. And so actually you can do it back like this, so that as you're holding your watch, or I'm sorry, as you're holding your gun automatic knife, it is pointing back at you, judging you. The ergonomics of this is spectacular. Oh man, are the ergonomics on this spectacular. Again, there are days I do my best. I am trying my best to learn more and more about the nature of production knife making. This is an important thing for me to know as a knife reviewer. Shines your light on your sins, ain't that the truth? Oh boy, you're gonna need a brighter light than that. Anyways, I digress. I'm doing my best to learn as much as I can about knife review. I'm sorry, about knife production, right? It's helpful for me to learn. Talking to manufacturers, doing factory tours where I can, etc. I think that's an important element of what I'm doing here. I would love nothing more than to be a fly on the wall in the room where they decided on this, because presumably there was a point at which more than one person was in a room and decided, you know what, let's go forward on the combination automatic gun blade knife sort of thing. Is it? Yeah, it's a finger choil and it's a lanyard hole too. There you go, perfect. Does it have a lanyard hole? No, it doesn't, because the lanyard would be inside the pocket because it's tip down carry. How they decided on tip down carry for this is just a separate question, really. It's super, super dumb. It's the built-in cigar cutter. That's a valid point. Well, there. What do I have that this would cut? Here, let's go ahead and try a Q-tip. Will this cut a Q-tip? No, but it will bend the Q-tip. Oh, no, it eventually did cut. No, actually it broke. Is this sharp? Okay. It is actually vaguely sharp. It's not like sharp, but it's vaguely sharp. Oh, yeah. I'm digging this. So we have had just a cavalcade of crap here this afternoon. We have seen all sorts of various interesting and sundry pieces. We have, of course, it's all the way across the room, and I'm just going to go throw it out anyways afterwards. The freaking Honyx watches. We have the Michelin Dropcliff knife here. We have ourselves the Glam Reaper. Oh, the Glam Reaper. The name is better than the knife, I'll be honest with you. We have ourselves not one, but two different terrible wrench knives, because, oh yes indeed. Oh yes, we have ourselves, of course, the Black Label, which has got a little bit of a Grimsmo Norseman vibe, come to look at it. I mean, right? Hold on, let me grab that. He says comparing a $900 knife to a much more reasonable. Yeah. That's impressive. Yeah, this is impressive. This is quite the collection of beauty and grace and joy. That said, it's not the only things that I have received lately. I'll set these pieces of joy down over here. Now, thank you, of course, very, very much to my buddy Josh, my buddy John, as well as Metal Complex for donating this cavalcade of crap that made this afternoon's Terrible Knives live for Grimsmo on meth, indeed. Oh, man, that's one way to keep the machines running 24/7, right? Kids, don't use drugs. Anyways, I have been sent a true cavalcade of crap. However, I've also been sent stuff that's not designed to be bad, but has left people shocked and awed in some ways. Not like odd in the sense that I am odd for wearing a Batman mask and disassembling a wooden pocket knife. Something is developed. There's a smell coming off of one of these items, I think. Yeah, well, that's entertaining. Anyways, I digress. So one thing that was sent to me was this. This was sent to me by a buddy of mine who said that it's actually inside this little package here. And he said, Nick, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but he said he paid, I want to say it was about $80 for it, and I was a little bit surprised with what he got for the package. I don't know what's inside here. We'll figure it out, but we will. You've angered one of them and it's releasing s'mores. Not s'mores, spores. If it was releasing s'mores, I'd actually be really happy, because I could really go for a s'more right now. But unfortunately, if it's spores, I'm probably just going to die. That's okay, though. Let's go on ahead and take a look at what he got for this price. Okay, a keychain. A keychain that opens. Is this a knife? Okay. A keychain that barely opens. This is a pocket knife. This is the very, very, very pocket knifey pocket knife. Is it a backlock? No, it's a slip joint, I think. It's a California legal knife. Hey, our knife laws are perfectly reasonable-ish, unless you like automatic Sabala songs, or anything else that's historically carried by a culturally discriminated against community. Anyways, I digress. It's like a... luckily, I've got myself a pry tool here. What the heck is... Yeah. Is it sharp? That's the next question here. Will it cut? No. Not particularly. Kind of, I guess, if you dig in already. But no, it's in its chisel ground. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. Heavy sigh. It's a knife for your watch pocket. A knife for your jeans watch pocket. I actually carry a lot of now, but I have a big watch pocket in my jeans. So there you go. This is certainly something. I don't know what it is, mind you, but it is certainly something. It's sort of like the coin folders, except somehow better. Can I make this action better? Can I improve this? Actually, I want 5 weight for this little affair here. A letter opener? Maybe. Was there $75 in the package as well? I sure hope so. Because, yeah. Go ahead and put a little bit of lubrication involved here. Let that soak in a little bit. Hopefully that'll pop it out. Bootleg Spyderco Bug. Yeah, actually, I should do a size comparison if I can get the damn thing open again. You know, I'm going to be honest here. Is this a terrible knife? No, okay, it's a little better now, but it is certainly... I'm borderline on the term knife with it. And not for the same reason I would say that about, for instance, the... I don't know, any of the other little bits of joy that we saw on the channel here this evening. Here it is compared to the Spyderco Man Bug. Yeah, that's a small knife. Oh my God, is this small? But the thing is, somebody is still going to be scared of this. Like the TSA still considers this a dangerous and deadly weapon, so I guess welcome to the world. It's an X-Acto folder. Oh, ain't that the truth? So there is that little bit of joy. And then finally, actually maybe not finally, depending on how my endurance goes, I may have one more event for you here on this kind afternoon. Is this the everyday carry of a mouse? Maybe, depending on whether the mouse is able to get that thing open. So I have a letter here from my buddy One Who Worries. Interesting. Says, Dear Dr. Shabazz, please accept this extremely tactical, discreet, and distinctly fashionable folder. To be honest, myself and no doubt countless others worry about your safety whilst wandering the gas lamp-lit streets of San Diego, and for brevity's sake, not even going to get into the rife perils of public transit, at least for now. So let's go into the good, the great, the bad, and the ugly of this very interesting little... I'm not going to say that word here. But the great he has given us is this bad boy is free as fancy, which is nice. And this cannot protect me from threats on public buses such as TB, which I did not have, by the way. A couple of people were asking, given the coughing. That was pneumonia. That's better. But, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That is a... let's go on ahead and see what we've got in this guy here. Pop this guy open here. Okay, we are continuing the 4 ants theme here. We have ourselves a piece. Actually, that doesn't suck. Like, the action on this knife doesn't suck. It appears to be some kind of a VG10 Damascus, is what he's saying here, because we know you're a dandy. That's nice. A hollow grind. Is that hollow? Maybe a little. Oh, man. Thank you, Eric, very much. This is... I gotta say, the action on this guy, it's... it actually works. This has an action. It is a tiny little Quaken. There's your glass breaker. No, that's a lanyard loop, actually. Believe it or not. A lanyard loop. This is running on... Are those little tiny adorable bearings? Those are little tiny adorable bearings. They're hilarious. You can actually see it's real Damascus. Look, there's the line right down the middle there on ball bearings. This actually Look, I mean, at some level, it's never going to be it's never going to be, well, there are many things this isn't going to be. Maybe when it grows up, it'll be something special. But for the moment, this is actually not so bad for what you're dealing with here. In terms of the little tiny knife size things, this is a reasonably affair. This is a reasonably affair. That is for damn sure. I'm kind of impressed. I'll be honest with you here. It could definitely be a whole lot worse than it turned out to be. Does the chain actually fit the hole? Yeah, I guess it does. You could put it on a little chain. It's the quaking that everybody with little little Nick hands needs. Nice. Just nice. Put this here. Then it becomes a pendant, perhaps. As in, you could carry this dependent on whether or not you are nuts. Oh, yeah. This is a beautiful thing. Yeah, it does make my hands look bigger. Can I get this over my head? So many people are aware that my hands are very small, but unless you realize the fact that I scheduled a meet and greet at a major knife event, many people don't realize that my head is actually quite big. And so as a result, this just barely, am I going to be able to get this off? Yeah, okay, good. Second there, I had those fears of calling the fire department midstream. That'd be entertaining, though. But anyways, that just barely clears my big old head right there. And so that's something to keep in mind. Oh, man. The necklace is made of spare bearings, the little quaking that could. But looking at some of the bigger options, it must be quaking in its boots. Okay, that was hilarious. I find that hilarious. By the way, we didn't get into the fact that the automatic gun knife had a carrying case and a pocket clip, which just makes it all the better. But this is actually probably, in terms of things that I've looked at, in terms of Terrible Knives Live, this is the least terrible thing we've looked at here this evening. Because it is actually a functional blade. It actually does, is it sharp? There are parts of this that are actually quite sharp. There are parts of it that are not, but nevertheless, there are parts of this that are sharp. This is not terrible. I should keep this for size comparisons. Yeah, try and convince people it's a Boca Quaiken. Although that's not the right flipper tab design. Oh, man. This is, it's kind of adorable, I'll say that. So, yeah, nice. Can't argue with that. Thank you very, very much for that, the one who worries. I appreciate that, and I will do my best to use, well, ideally situational awareness to keep me safe on public transportation here in the San Diego. So finally, my buddy Chris. Chris is a gem. He's an absolute 100% unadulterated gem. A great guy. Met him at the California Custom Knife Show. He was at Blade, and big supporter of the channel. Long-term supporter, big supporter. Great guy overall. But he recently said to me, Nick, I have a knife I'm going to donate to the channel on one condition. Generally, conditional donations is something I'm not super, thrilled about, just because, very often I have my own uses for things. But from him, I'll hear him out. He said, Nick, I'm going to donate this knife to the channel, provided that you take it apart live. Okay, Chris, let's do that. Now, he mentioned to me that this was going to be problematic in some way, shape, or form, and I really don't understand that. But I haven't opened it yet. I have done no research on this. This is the very first time I'm going to pop this guy open, and we will find out why he is so, God, it's an automatic. This is going to be good. But why does he think this is going to be hard to take apart? How the heck does this deploy? Whoa, okay. Never mind, found it. So you have to rotate this off to the side, which holy cow, that's a spring. So you pull it back and then it deploys. So we donated this to the channel in exchange for my doing a live disassembly. So this seems like a very, very good time to go on ahead and do that. Wow, I gotta say, that's a pretty convincing action. So just nothing up my sleeve here. There is the centering is slightly favoring the show side here. This is actually not badly made. I'll say that. Overall, I mean, the pivot's a little proud and whatnot, but this is going to be something. It's a trap. Maybe it is a trap. Oh, but the thing is, look, you can still deploy it as a non-automatic. So you can either do automatic open or you can do Non-automatic. So how the heck is this working? We're about to find out. Yeah, this would not be legal for me to carry in California. It is, however, legal for me to own it, provided that I don't do anything silly like carry it. That is the nature of the laws here in the California. So, yeah, let's go on ahead and take this guy apart. So what the heck am I doing here? What happens if I've got the knife open and I trigger the auto thing? Not much. Okay, I can live with this. Metal Complex, don't worry. Your knives were very, very much enjoyed. And, oh, God. All I'm going to say, Metal Complex, to you, having missed the knives, 2 words for you. Glam Reaper. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and take this apart. I've gone ahead and I've taken the tension off of the system by deploying the auto here. And we'll pop this guy open and see what we got going on. So we start off with here, it looks like we've got T6 screws. Oh, T6 screws are always a joy to start with. Little tiny pivot on this guy, that's okay. No one's judging. It's all how you use it anyways. Let's go ahead and those T6 as well. Yeah, these are T6 as well, and they're coming right out. No problem. I don't know what Chris is... This could be pure, unadulterated, blind hubris at this point. But either way, the screws don't want to come out, but that's not a big deal. This will be... This shouldn't be too tough. Okay, whoa. The hell? Pardon my French. How the heck is this thing? Okay, so there's one spring. Oh, no. So there's a spring inside here. That's a... Oh. I'm starting to think this might be a trap. Because there's a spring here. There's a separate spring here. And then this part, that's fine. This is just the thing that deploys the blade. Because when I trigger the auto, what it's doing is it's spinning the blade out in this way. It's using this wheel here to... Okay, yeah, we're okay. Careful, Nick Shabazz. Yeah, I am. I'm flying pretty damn close to this. Does it screw in from the other side, too? Well, that's excellent. So this, you need to take out all of the screws. I'll see if I can get away by just doing the 2 and not removing the clip here. He didn't say I had to reassemble it. This is true, but I'm going to do my best here. Oh, my gosh. As I'm going ahead and fighting this through, although I will be no doubt confused, feel free to ask, reasonable questions here on the Instagram, or not the Instagram, on the live chat feed here over here. The honk of disapproval indeed. I'm missing a screw. Oh, here it is. All right. Pop that loose. There we go. So now at this point, this lifts off. And this lifts off. And this lifts off. And this lifts off. Hey, we're pretty much done. Bride cometh before the fall. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bust out our rubbing alcohol. And if you're ever curious, by the way, of all of these, of all the tools that I'm using for my disassemblies, go to nickshabazz.com/tools, and we will, you'll get a better sense of what's going on there. I have a full video talking about all of that. A bunch of people are asking, or actually maybe it's just one guy over and over again, asking me, have I ever heard of the unsound? I am in acoustics. That is my field. I study sound. I have never heard of unsound. I've heard of infrasound, which is actually very interesting. But I have never heard of unsound. So no, my apologies. I have no idea what you're talking about, my good friend. K2IDIT asks, Nick, how am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I've got a knife on the table that is probably going to change that, is my bet. But we were, so far, so good, my friend. I've appreciated very much talking to all of you, gems. Seeing everybody in here, and thank you very much, everybody who's donated. Oh, okay. Yeah, a sound that if you hear the sound, you die within a year is apparently the unsound. Thing is, coming from a purely acoustic standpoint, that's pretty unlikely because sound waves are literally just sounds. There's not a whole heck of a lot that a sound wave can do to you short of, well, a pressure wave that'll rupture things. So it's possible that maybe a particular sound wave could be at a resonant frequency that attacks a very specific body part that you need, but only for about a year. I don't freaking know. That's interesting. Look at the detent ball hole. It's just like a groove milled in there. Huh, weird. But my bet is on that one being an urban legend. Sorry about that. So the opening of the Glam Reaper. Yeah, that could well be, my friends. But yeah, alrighty. Let's go on ahead. And reminds me of the book Snow Crash, which is an excellent piece of science fiction. Where there it was an image, not a sound, but still. The brown note. Oh, good Lord. Oh, that was a great episode of South Park. Anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and clean this guy off right here, and I think we're almost done, he says. Yeah. The fun part is going to come once I get this part of the frame back on. That's where it's going to get awesome. Because those springs are just going to be great, I suspect. All right, I need to put back in the backspacer here. I'll go ahead and clean that off. Hawkwit asks, what's the scariest sound I've ever heard? Hawkwit, tornado sirens come to mind, but that's sort of a different question than what you're asking there, my friend. Scariest sound I've ever heard? I don't know. I mean, true fear comes from meaning, not sound. You know, if you're walking through a jungle and you're not a big fan of elephants, if you hear an elephant, that's going to be a scary sound. If you're at a circus, it might be an amusing one. So, you know, sound is terrifying mostly through context. But there are some very terrifying sounds out there in the world. But mostly that's because there are some very terrifying humans out there in the world. And maybe animals. All right, let's go ahead and put this back together. There is that sort of rumble in the tummy you get. That's definitely a sound. And when you hear it, you know you're going to have a scary few hours. But, yeah, that's a situation right there. Let's go on ahead and pop this screw into position here. Question is whether I speed it properly. That's nice. All right, let's put this back in here. What is going on? A theremin. So, okay, the Metallic Panda says a theremin is a terrifying sound. Metallic Panda, I have a theremin story for you. For those of you who are not in the know, a theremin is a very peculiar music instrument. Basically, it is a music instrument that is composed of a speaker and some electronics that are coupled to two very sensitive antennas. Basically, you get like a vertical antenna, usually in a loop on one end. And the vertical antenna, the position of your hand relative to that increases the frequency. So it's like very low, high, as you get closer in there. And so you get... And then on the other side, there's one that controls the amplitude of the signal. It's basically a signal generator. It just gives you sine waves. But it is, you know, it goes from low to high, and then it goes from... So the guy next door to me, when I was in college, at one point in time, living in one of the dorms, the guy next door to me decided he was going to pick up the... Did I leave out a washer? I sure as heck did. I definitely just left out a washer. That's excellent. Freaking idiot over here. So he was learning the theremin. So if you go online and you listen to YouTube videos, I know some of you are probably going to go leave this live stream at some point in time and then go, oh, I should have put some lubrication on the dead ball track anyways. You're going to go online and you're going to hear, if you Google like I have washers on both sides. Are there more washers? There appear to be more washers. Oh, no, this washer is on the other side. Okay, good. We're okay. Carefully, Chris. So you're going to hear people, if you Google the theremin on YouTube or whatever, you're going to hear people who are good at this instrument. He was not. He was learning it. I don't want to impugn him as a human. But as a result, for maybe a solid 8 months or so, because he got it partway through the year, I would just be sitting in my freaking dorm room trying to do homework or whatever. I think that was around when I was writing my master's thesis, as I recall. But anyways, I would just be sitting there, and then suddenly it would sound like a bunch of dolphins were having an orgy next door. And it was pretty impressive. It was borderline scary at moments. It was just like, what are you freaking doing? It was one of the more annoying sounds out there in the world. I am not necessarily a huge fan of dolphin orgies now as a result of having spent all that time around Theremin Boy. Again, not perfectly fine person, but oh my God, was that the most terrible freaking thing. So yeah. There must be 0 people born after 1996 in here. Okay, that's probably a complete and total lie. All right, so what do we got going on here? Next step is going to be... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. So what I need to do here, let me schematize this. Let me... is this the right direction? Maybe. Maybe it is. Or maybe it has to go the other way. Maybe, I think it has to go the other way. Because this needs to grab here in order to deploy the knife. Were I a fan of dolphin orgies before? At the time, I hadn't really, and frankly, in the subsequent years, I have not visited a dolphin orgy. But, yeah, that's certainly an experience, I am sure. Is nobody else concerned with the frequency? Hey. What a man does on YouTube in his spare time is nobody's business but his own. All right. I wonder if dolphins have orgies. I assume. All righty, back at the ranch. So let's go ahead and continue this process here. My feeling is that this probably needs to go in this hole here, and why is this hard? Of all the damn things it should be, that part shouldn't be difficult. Come on. Get in there. Go in the fall. Go. Get in there. There we go. Okay, so that's popped loose. Oh, boy. Oh, damn it. And there it is again. I think this isn't how this isn't going to be how this causes trouble. This is not going to be a knife that causes pain in large strokes, but instead, it's going to be the little things that drive me up the wall and have me just crying for the sweet release of the Glam Reaper finding his way into my life. Let's see here. What are we doing? There we go. Okay, good. That's popped loose. Now, next step is going to be to spear this little tiny spring here on the... into the... So I need to get this little spring right here into this little hole right there. So there. Aren't I by SeaWorld? Oh, God, no. No, not like that, people. I have nothing but respect for cetaceans in general, especially after my Theremin experience. Come on. Now I need to get this freaking thing into this freaking... Come on. Why are you not wanting to go into the hole? Yeah, I know. Okay, maybe I should have done this backwards. Spear this. Oh, bad. All right. Distant uns. Ay. Come on. Okay, that's... Is that in? That's almost in. All right, good. Now I need... Where'd that little freaking thing go? Oh, good. Let's pop you into here. This is probably why Chris gifted me this knife. Because he's trolling me. Oh, now that part has come loose. Maybe it's just this piece right here. Have you ever been to like the other day? I was in Old Town San Diego. This is it's thoroughly a tourist trap. There is no reason for Old Town San Diego to exist other than for tourists or people who are new to the area. But nevertheless, they had there a store which had all sorts of curiosities, if you will. And one of those things, they had like a selection of those puzzle things, right? Where you get like a nail and... all these kinds of other random things that, you know, they're attached to each other, and you need to get the knot off the rope onto the nail, you know, with one hand tied behind your back, etc. This is going to be it's one of those situations. Oh, did it just go in? No. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not how I wanted that to go. Those are called puzzles. Yes, weekend overlanding, that is the term that is generally used by humans. Okay, so that didn't go so well. But what I'm hoping I can do now is actually go from take a different tack here. Maybe if I get this part hooked around here, I can get that into there, and then the other part is easier. Because I just need to... Yeah, there we go. Oh, damn it. No, it came loose again. My hands are cramping just watching this. You know, I have occasionally thought to myself, you know, it might be fun to go to watchmaking school. I already have a career, and so that's not going to be a thing that happens for me, but these freaking tweezers are magnetized. That's just going to make my life better. All right. But I've occasionally contemplated that, because I think it would be a very interesting way to go through your life, right? But this is the kind of thing that reminds me that maybe, no, that's not what I want. Any time this rotates up, and thanks to the freaking magnetism of these tweezers, yeah, I have... How many people are watching this right now? 357 poor souls have been suckered into my feed by some terrible algorithmic accident. Thank you very much there, Hendrix Flips. What just stabbed me? Maybe it's just my soul hurting. I don't know. I am more than happy to take the Norseman apart. I would take the Norseman apart 15 different times instead of doing this, because right now I am part of the ways I'm getting through this current situation is by assuming that my buddy Chris is at home right now watching this live stream and cackling madly like one of the freaking witches from Macbeth. Now, okay, I've got this in place. This is now working. But I have a fundamental problem here. And that is that I still have to do this other half of things. So how does this thing work? I should figure that out now. So when this thing is turned this way, this is a torsion spring. This goes here. Am I going to have to keep two different springs under tension as I reassemble this? Oh, man. This is... Thank you very much, Hendrix. How the heck am I going to do this? Okay. I have an idea. Now, right now, I need to get to a roll of tape, which is on the other side of the room, while at the same time keeping this held in position. Okay, got it. Roll of tape. See, here's my plan. Now I need to get a tape off of this. All right. Don't come loose, you bastard. I need to not be over any... Okay. Can I do this? Okay. So this is now taped in position. Oh, damn it. All right. So I've got this in place. Let's go ahead and clear this up here. Just use Loctite. Unfortunately, Loctite doesn't super work well with a spring in a hole. All right, that didn't work. Let's try this one more time. Please don't come loose. Okay, good. Good. All right, we're working on this. More of a Sisyphus thing. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, damn it. No, I can't fold that around. I can do this. Okay. So we're in place here. We're solid. Instant fixed blade. Yeah, ain't that the truth? All right. So we've got this here. Now we need to figure out how the rest of this thing works. How the heck does this thing fire is the next question. When I move this button, when I slide it upwards, what happens? When I slide it upwards, it gets out of the way of this rotating mass. That's how... Okay, so what I actually need to do, then, is this. I put this here, underneath this. Okay, we're making progress here. Now we're cooking with gas. Put that there. Then I need to flip this over and drop this into position. Oh, nope. That's not the position I needed it dropped into. Ah, but it's a freaking torsion spring. How do I establish the required torsion here? Let's go ahead and put this here. Okay. So now if I put this, I need to, no, I don't need to put this into, because I can do this with the knife open, and then I can use the blade itself to load the torsion spring. So if I do this, I should be able to drop the disc onto the pivot, drop the pivot into position here. Now what I can do, wait, damn it, this needs to not be folded over, and I just lost everything. Okay, for this to work, you need to not fold over, my friend. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go, okay, now I put this here. Ah, damn it. Put this here. I need to, is this the right direction? Yes, yes it is. All right. I appreciate all the people who are offering help, but alas, nothing can save me now. Let's go ahead and let's lubricate while I'm in here, because this is the last damn time I'm ever taking this apart. Now it is a fully semi-automatic knife. Oh, good Lord. Let's go ahead and put this, oh, damn it. What do you think the chances, asks Paul Gamberlen, the chances that the atomic clock signal gets shut down in the next 5 years or so? I don't know. I would say probably 50-50. And it's now to the point where newer Casio, oh, wait, hold on. Am I the right direction here? No, I am not. I am upside down. Great. It's now to the point where newer watches from companies like Casio that are radio controlled are also including Bluetooth connectivity so that they can be controlled by a phone as well. Which is... Nope, I was the right direction anyways. Yeah. So that will definitely make things easier. I actually have recently purchased, as you can see on Instagram, the newest version of the Casio Oceanus, which has a Bluetooth connection as well as a radio control, which I think is a beautiful thing, and I will be reviewing that guy reasonably soon. I'm actually very much in love with it. It's a very, very nice piece. So, and I'm contemplating even more ridiculous Casio purchases in the future. All right, so then this... No. Maybe I was going the right direction there. Yeah, I think I was, because I didn't anticipate the fact I was working upside down here. Well, we're going to put this together and we're going to figure it out, aren't we now? All right. Because this then rotates in this way. No, damn it. I keep flipping this back over. People, press your foot on the lid open and toss the garbage, release the foot. No, that's the thing. This isn't actually a bad knife. I've just been tricked by an evil freaking sorcerer or something named Chris, who's actually a very kind person and a big supporter of the channel, into taking this piece of knife making apart. Let's see here. Now, can I do this? Can I drop that onto there? Good. All right. Let me go ahead and start the reassembly process here. I am being very bold here. Very bold indeed. Putting this knife back together, starting to button it up, when I really have no sense whether this is going to work or not. But let's give it a shot, shall we? I know there's tape in there. I'll deal with that in a bit. All right, beautiful. And here we go. The thing with the Bluetooth is it's just periodic contact to the phone to synchronize the time signal. Although you can actually use it to turn on the alarm on the phone. So, okay, next question here. What if I do this? Okay, good. So that went into position. Now, what happens when I do this? Damn it! I put this in wrong. I take this in the up position, not the down position where it needed to be. So now is the spring loaded? That's the next question. Oh, man. Well, one way to find this out... No, I can't find this out this way. Every man needs to know his limitations, or do you feel lucky? Oh, I do indeed feel lucky. So right now, I'm going to make a big bet here. I'm going to make a very big bet. I'm going to bet that I can remove this tape. That's a big bet in and of itself. But I'm going to bet that I can remove this tape. Well, at the same time... Ah, damn it. There went that beautiful plan. Oh, did I pull it? Yes, I did. Okay, good. So I'm going to bet that I can remove this tape. A little bit of alcohol makes the tape adhesive die. So therefore, and now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lift off just a little tiny bit here. This. And my hope, my dream, my fondest desire is that I will be able to lift this switch over the point where it needs to be lifted by pressing down. And that I will then be able to get this knife into a position whereby I can deploy it. You're very welcome, Hawkwit, and I'm so sorry you feel you had a rough day there. That's don't get hit by cars. It's along the lines of do not get into watches, except don't get hit by cars. I feel that very strongly. I'm passionate about that subject. My view is not getting hit by cars. All right. What am I doing here? Let's see here. The sun's getting real close. Let's see if I can get a little bit more distance on this by... Because I need some loft is what I need. Well, I need some help is what I freaking need. Lift by pushing down. Yeah, that's... This is black magic for sure. All right. Come on. Get over there. Pop over. You know what I'm trying to make you do. Oh, well. Hey, hold on. Wait, did it just do? Did it just... No. No, it did not. Maybe it did. Hold on. Let me tighten this down again. Ay, ay, ay. Don't suggest... Okay. Well, you're not getting into the major drug crisis going on here in the United States at the moment. Okay. Now let's see what's... There are many things wrong at the moment. Oh, hold on. So if I pop this into position... Okay. I was very close there for a moment. This was working okay, and then I think I screwed it all up again. Let's pop this back out here. We're locking up. That's good. That's a start. What I should be able to do here is move this guy freely. The fact that I can't means it's hung up on something. And as somebody with a lot of hang-ups, it's a situation. Hashtag neuroticism. That's an N, not an E, by the way. All right. So, now I screwed that up. I screwed this up 100%. So let's go ahead and pop this loose and face the wrath that is inside of us. Let's see here. Have I seen any Vanax Super Clean coming out soon? As a matter of fact, I have. Vanax Super Clean is a steel that is very interesting to me because I am kind of a steel snob, and that is a very snobby steel at the moment. So... Why is this not working? Probably because I haven't put enough tension into the system. So in this here, let's try it this way. This should be able to, this should be under enough tension that it pops this guy down and out. Yeah. But it should only do that once I have released something. Oy, oy, oy. Let's see here. Spidey Chef. Somebody's asking me about the Spyderco Spidey Chef. Actually, believe it or not, this was just discussed today on the Spyderco forums. I think I've done this incorrectly. Maybe this was correctly oriented as I had it. But anyways, the Spyderco Spidey Chef is apparently they're working on making new ones. There's not a, it's not like there's any conspiracy here. It's just that they're out of stock and they're working to make more. That was confirmed today by the by one of the people from Spyderco on the Spyderco forums, I happen to notice. So anyways, there you go. All right. I bet that this actually goes the other way. Maybe that bearing goes on top of the spring, not on top of the... Would that make sense? I think so. Do we see evidence of this? Yes, we do. This would make more sense if it worked like this. I should be doing this with the blade out. There we go. I have, but anyways, Van X Super Clean is a steel that I actually, when I was at Blade Show, I met with Lance Clinton. Not met with, but I happened to be in line for coffee behind, or in front of, I suppose, Lance Clinton, who is the designer of the Spyderco Waterway. And he happened to have in his pocket a very, very, very nice little fixed blade that was done in Van X. Oh, damn it. Now I have this thing again. Okay, and I want this to be in the deployed position, so I want this part to be down. So, okay. He had with him a very, very nice fixed blade from a guy named Explorer42 on Instagram. That's Explorer with an X, kind of like Z Hunter with a Z. But a very, very nice Van X Super Clean fixed blade from this guy, and I was suitably impressed with it. So much so that I talked with the guy on the Instagram, and I have placed an order for a Van X Super Clean beautiful fixed blade from him. The grind was very, very impressive, and it was overall a very nice little piece. So I am not getting into fixed blades necessarily, but I am getting a very nice fixed blade from this guy sometime in the fall when it is ready. So that should be fun. Damn you, Lance Clinton. Damn you. But Van X is a steel that is both relatively good in terms of edge holding as well as more or less completely rust-free. Then I need to pop this upwards. No, do not pop loose, you bastard. Stay. Did I just lose the damn spring? Are you in there, spring? It's me, Nick. Let's see here. I think I just lost the spring. I did. Ah! Chris! Damn you, Chris! Damn you. 4, 6, and 2 with the quality Tommy Boy quote. Nice. Let's go ahead, and that's an old movie now. This is part of the reason I don't buy autos. They're not all this bad, actually. I hope that you guys are finding this remotely interesting, because I am quite literally just struggling with a pocket knife here and narrating my progress. I guess this is no different than like Twitch streaming, right? Except I'm not thanking people for the gift subs and such. Except instead of playing a video game as something useful to society, I am disassembling a knife that I never, ever, 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 ever in 1,000 freaking years should have taken apart. Except that it was gifted to me by a friend who really only wanted to see me suffer. So thank you for that, Chris. Damn it, and my freaking magnetized tweezers are just making this 50 times harder. Okay, that's there. That's in place. Next, I need my tape. Did I put my tape back? Am I that dumb? Where you at, tape? Okay, tape. And of course, the tape came off the dispenser. That just makes it easier. What is the name of this knife? This is the Buck RapidFire. Oh, super glue is a good idea. Let's see here. Fixed blade laws in California, you are going to want to consult a lawyer rather than a jackass. All right. That should do. Now what I do is this. I put this right here. And I loop, and we should be good to go. Now what I do is this. I take this. Do I have to tension this spring further? Is this my life now? I hope not. Let's go ahead and... maybe I need to do this from the bottom up. Yeah, maybe that's the better approach. Just to build this like this. I didn't say video games don't help society. I'm not a gamer in the hardcore sense these days, but I definitely play some games. So, yeah. Yeah, this is the rapid fire, but certainly not the rapid reassembly. Chris, if you're watching this, damn you. Damn you indeed. The Manhattan Project was faster, yeah. And it has about an equivalent probability of blowing up on me. Although on the bright side, though, I will say this is very unlikely to catch the atmosphere on fire. Oh, no. Which was, by the way, one of the major concerns with the Manhattan Project at its time. My worry has just become that I need to tension this to a certain extent that this ends up in its proper orientation, such that this piece here ends up in this. Oh, God. Please don't let that be a thing. Can you tell us about the games I play? Absolutely. I play, among other things. I haven't played much lately because I've been busy with YouTube and the rest of my damn life, but my very favorite games are the Zelda games, certainly. Things like Link to the Past. Oh, damn it, I just lost the spring. Ah! Ah! All right. Back at the ranch. I am Death Destroyer of Knives. I am become Death Destroyer of Knives. I'm sorry, I didn't get the right Gita quote there. All right. How do I get this in here? Obviously not puzzle games. Oh, ain't that the truth. All right, let's get in here and try and fix this. Link to the Past is where you learn to cuss. Yeah, this disassembly is a good place to learn too. Oh, I'm glad this is bringing you joy. Damn it! And the funny thing is I have my window open, so my neighbors are probably trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Like peering in the window at some guy in a Batman mask with tweezers, trying desperately to reassemble a pocket knife. Okay, I'm hooked there. No, no. Okay, screw this. Hold on. Not like screw this in a complete sense, but screw this in a temporary sense. I am done with these freaking tweezers being magnetic. I'm going to use my demagnetizer for my watch, 4 watches, to demagnetize this. Just a second here. I don't have an outlet by my table, so I'm going to plug this in over here. I'm going to take off my wristwatch because that's just asking for trouble. Are you still magnetic, tweezers? I ask you this. No. Okay. Freaking hallelujah. Problem solved. I got one less problem right now. 99 problems, but magnetic tweezers on one. All right. Nothing particularly reflective here. It's safe to lose the mask. I know, but I would feel bad. You guys have signed up for a certain level of jackassery, and if I'm not delivering, it's the problem. All right. So, does Batman bleed? I'm not sure, but he screams. Nick Shabazz is an idea, not a man. You cannot kill an idea. Alrighty. Had a watch disassembly, not a magnetizer. Oh, yeah. Close. Close. Says Icarus as he aggressively flies towards that sun. All right. You go here. You go here. Which direction is this going? This is going here. I need to tape this better than it is. Actually, it's not taped. Did I just lose that? No. Believe it or not, if nothing else, the watch demagnetization was an important victory for me emotionally. Because, yeah. Why am I getting frustrated, asks Mark Ridgewell. Mark, that's a really excellent question. But unfortunately, it's a question which, if you don't understand the answer to it, I will not be able to teach you. These are some of those things that they were a part of the human existence, but yeah. All right. So now I do this. That's fine. This is fine. I do this. I lock this down as best as I can. Now I need to do some slicitude here. This has been going on for 40 minutes, really? Ay, ay, ay. Only 40 minutes? You don't say. Let's go ahead. That's fine. That one doesn't concern me so much. Let's go ahead and cut here. When you are using knives to disassemble knives, damn it, no, wrong. You know you've got, well, I've failed in many important ways here this afternoon. I could have reassembled and disassembled that Cricut home front like 18 times at this point. And it would have been very easy. Set it afire, maybe. No, I am determined to make this happen. That's the dumbest thing I have ever said. Because sooner or later, I have water. That's good. I have shelter. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is relatively well covered at the moment. But nevertheless, food will become an issue at a certain point. And frankly, at a certain point, I will go buy plane tickets and just absolutely wreck my good friend Chris, who sent this along to me to suffer. It's kind of like giving somebody blankets, you know, are infested with the plague. He gave me this knife under condition that I must then disassemble it live on stream. Now, here's the thing. I desperately hope that at some point in time in the future, one of the assemblers for Buck watches this video and is just sitting there like, you idiot, what are you doing? Because there must be one stupid trick, like, you know, clickbait style. This one trick will make disassembling your Buck Spitfire infinitely easier. Or, not Spitfire, RapidFire, whatever. But I don't know the one stupid trick, so here I am, enjoying this little bit of pleasure. Okay. I'm thinking I might be able to get away with this. So if I do this, will this work? No. Because, did I lose that spring? Use the handle scale as a lever to tension the spring. Dan Balcom, that's a beautiful idea, but the problem is it doesn't work like that because, unfortunately, this has to be in a proper position. Like, that's how this works. Hold on. Just got a... Adios. That little dude right there. All right. I have to get this in the proper orientation in order for any of that to work. Let's go ahead and try and drop this on here for the moment. Let's see what happens when I do this. Let's drop in a screw. A real friend would have just poked me in the eye instead. Yeah, this is true. There we go. Use a card to hold it in so I can slide it out when it's together. That's what the tape is for. The problem is, again, I'm dealing with spring tension here. Now, the real question to me, the bigger question, the relevant question here is, how the heck did Chris know this was going to be such a level of, you know, does he, like, follow Knives That Are Hell to Take Apart magazine? I don't know. I don't know what evil compelled him to do any of this. No, I need to... This needs to be... How do I do this? How do I tension this spring? Because right now Okay. Let's try a different approach. Will this fit in here? Maybe if I open this up a little bit. I need to tension this spring. He must have done it. Chris knows the trick. I don't know that he has. And if he has and he hasn't told me this, I am probably going to be very, very unhappy with him. No, that's not going to work. I need something slung and flat and thin and metal. Not like metal in the sense, but metal in the... Would a razor blade work here? Could I use my tweezers? Because what I need to do now is rotate this. Can I disassemble this from the other side? Or reassemble this from the other side? Would that help me? No, because the pivot is a barrel-based. Oh, good Lord. Nick, what is my favorite 90s ska band? Does No Doubt count? I don't think they do. I would argue that most ska people are not going to be going to feel like No Doubt might not be adequate. Why is this not wanting to shut? Did I leave out a pot? Maybe. No, it's just that pot doesn't want to sit properly. Let me try tightening the pivot up a little bit and see what we get here. I could use the Glam Reaper. Oh, man. The thing is, I do fear the Reaper. Hold on. That felt promising for a second there. That felt very promising for a second there. Let's continue tightening. Okay. So now, that's a little too tight. Hey, Nearith, good to see you. I am completely and totally... No, right now, the spring is out of play. This is not working really well at all. And in fact, when I take this piece of tape out, which I'm about to do, there will be no joy from the process. Simply because... Come on. Loosen this up just a little scotch. Come on. Pop loose. Maybe I need to release this a little bit. Oh, Chris. Screw you. Screw you, Chris. Screw you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no. Maybe if I pull from... I'm pretty sure I just left tape in there. Well, be that as it may. Let me try one more time here. Somebody throw in the damn towel. Oh, that'd be a nice idea. But no, I need to keep fighting. I'm a proud man. I now have a beautiful manual opening pocket knife. At the very least, I've gotten that much. You need to load the spring with the washer open while the knife is in the handle and then tighten down. Yeah. Thank you very much, nerd, but no damn. Okay. You know what? We're going to try a different approach here. No, we're not, because this won't actually work. Or will it? Is this a screw? Okay. We are going to try a different approach here. We're going to try taking this knife apart from the other side. We're going to see if this does anything at all for us. Let's get the Gerber out of the way here. Some elevator music would accompany this nicely. Yeah, I can... I'm getting closer here, folks. We are making progress. It's not much progress, but we are making progress. Okay. So here, this is done. Now, how do I pop this? Oh, damn it, I need to unscrew this at least in part. Am I in the same pain that I would have been otherwise? I think I'm just going to be in the same pain I would have been otherwise, but just different slightly. Because, yeah, I think this is just a different route to the same world of hurt. Why are you enjoying this, Lucky Gator? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why you were enjoying this, but by God, good on you. You found something that brings you joy, so good on you. All right. Why is this not... None of this is working. There is not one little tiny bit of this that is working. And unfortunately, I'm realizing that I can't go at it from this side either. That won't help me. That won't save me because then I'll have to loosen the screws on the other side, so I can't even do that. In order to, I can't reassemble from the other side. There is no way out. The way is shut. It was sealed by those who were working for Buck. The way is shut. All right. Loctite. Where'd you go, Loctite? Here you are. All right. There is no YouTube video for disassembly of this knife. No, there is not. How the heck did they do this once is my biggest question right now. I am scratching my head. I have absolutely no idea how the heck this was done once. Presumably there is some little... And look, I have no doubt. You know, Buck Knives is a company that is, you know, they're made in the States. You know, I'm sure there's some little old lady named Beatrice or something like that whose job is to sit at a factory line and assemble these for, you know, 12 hours a day. And, you know, if I were to go over to Beatrice's house, she'd be like, oh, Nick, I saw your disassembly. That was shameful, young man. All you need is this specialized freaking $30,000 tool. Yeah. Jay Demeter, are you going to show us how it works? You're tempting fate here, buddy. You're cruising for a bruising here. Freaking too real. Too soon, buddy. Too soon. The Nick is losing his mind. The Nick is disassembling knives live on YouTube. The mind is damn near lost already. Okay, so I got a couple of problems here. I got 99 problems, as a matter of fact. And this knife is one of them. What my biggest problem here, problem number freaking one, is this spring. What settings does this spring have to be in? I'm going to disregard this little freaking train wreck over here. You can just go over there, you freaking train wreck. And I'm going to figure out what setting this spring needs to be in order for this whole thing to work. So basically what I've got here is I've got this little guy right here. And he is in this position. Such that, you know, okay, you got this affair. When I release this thing, what it should actually do, maybe this is backwards. Maybe that's my problem here. Maybe I've got this whole thing wrong, upside down and backwards, and that's why I have failed. Maybe that's what's wrong. So let's try it. Let's hypothesis here. That actually could be it. This could be the valid height. What did I just lose? Oh, good Lord, I just threw something. Please don't let it be a part of this knife. Please. Please don't let it be a part of this knife. Where did that go? It's in the pile of knives someplace. Good, I got it. All right, there was a screw there. It's back. We're good. All right, so here we go. We got this little guy here, and my wife is probably wondering, like, getting ready to send help or something like that. But, okay, we've got this little guy here. And then this is under spring tension. So when I release this kind of thing, when I lift this up, this is able to pop, and then this little dude here pulls the blade of the knife out this away. Okay, so I had this installed upside down. This is probably a part of my problem right now. This is probably a big part of my problem right now. So, okay, now we got that there. The next question here. We're going to go ahead and forego any question of this freaking spring in the middle there, because screw that spring for the moment. I am very happy if we just, you know, let's go ahead and let's take one step at a freaking time here. Icarus has flown way too far to the close to the sun here. It's over. So I just need to do what I can here to survive. All right. So let's go ahead and drop this in here. And of course, this freaking pivot thing is not willing to stay in position because that would be too easy. That would be way too easy. We are just completely... Okay, so we put that there. We're just going to pretend for a second this spring doesn't exist. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this freaking spring right here into position. And then I'm going to tension it using the damn handle here. Come here, damn handle. Go into position. So I tension you like this. Are we tensioned? This thing must have a short tension span because it ain't working, huh? Okay. No, the spring is not in freaking position. All right, so we're going to do this the other way around. We'll build this bottom up. That's fine. I can live with this. We can work with this. All right, you go here. What's that? Is this my Teflon washer shredding? Yes, it is. Okay. That's about the issue here. We put that there. You know what, Teflon washer here. You don't need that part. You don't need that part. We're good. Buy yourself some garlic knots on me. Oh, I'm going to need more than garlic knots. Like, this is an assembly that makes me wish I drank. Like I am disassembling this knife, and I am sincerely just thinking like, wow, I get it now. I get it. Thank you, Chris. If I end up like shooting up in the alley, well, I don't know what the drinking equivalent of shooting up is, but drinking up in an alley, playing beer pong in an alley, there you go. Sounds about right. This is all on you, buddy. This is all on you. Okay, now, have I just forgotten how all of this works? No. No, I haven't. All right. So we go here, right? No, damn it. We will, definitely a brown liquor assembly. Oh, my God. Pan-galactic goggle blaster assembly. All right. That's... Do I need that much tension? So, no, because I am not under tension at the moment. Well, I'm under considerable freaking tension. In fact, I'm about to snap. Damn it! No! Bad. All right. Come on. Back in the hole. And unfortunately, I have two freaking holes here. And so I'm not sure which of which goes into where, but we're going to work on this a little bit, time by time. By the way, kids, drinking away your problems is never a good idea. Just email you still pictures and you'll solve it in 30... I like nerd that you didn't give a unit. You'll solve it in 30. I'm assuming you mean 30 years, because that's about my timeline at the moment. That's where I'm with it. There we go. Okay. You stay in position here. Now what I do is I drop this onto here. That's fine. I can live with this. I press this here. Come on, stay in position, damn it. Okay, good. Good, good, good. We are making progress here. It may not feel like it. Damn it, the Teflon washer is caught in there. You little Teflon bastard. Out of my way. This, my friends, is why Teflon is just... Yeah, all right. And it freaking kills parrots. Teflon does. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. What was harder, my PhD thesis defense or this knife disassembly? I was prepared for my thesis. Let's put it that way. By the time I got to that point, I was already well freaking versed in all of the various aspects of my my thesis and the craziness that it entailed. Whereas with this one, this came completely out of left field. So I'm thinking I'm going to go on ahead and go with the thesis defense was a little bit easier. Use popsicle sticks and duct tape and call it a day. Isn't there a piece missing in there? Yeah, this little piece is missing, but you know what? That little piece is an asshole. So he's going to stay missing for the moment. Oh, that didn't tension. It's wrong. It's wrong. The whole thing is wrong. It's a manual folder now. That's good, at least, right? Okay. So then, why did you not tension? When I shut this, it's because the orientation of the disc is improper. The disc needed to be in a very specific position. The disc needed to be in a specific position, and this isn't the position the disc needs to be in. Okay, we're backing up here. We're good. I'm going to take a second here. We got some water. We got water. Here, I got time. It's smart water. It's not helping, but it's smart water. Yannick Bice-Lin, you keep saying that you can tension the torsion spring by rotating the handle. I agree. I've done that many a time in a Protec disassembly, but the thing is, Protec knives are put together reasonably with just one freaking tension thing, and the tension of the spring isn't based on something that is itself also rotating, allowing it to rotate freely. So, as a result, that stratagem doesn't work quite here. All right, so now here's the question. What is the proper orientation for this freaking spring? This needs to be done in this way. It is currently open. So it needs to be such that when I open this guy, it will reload the spring. So at the moment, this actually needs to be like so. At the moment, Oh, no. Tell me it does not require that much tension. Oh, God. If that's the case, I'm packing it in. Because in order for this to reload, I need to... Maybe it is. Oh, good Lord. Because if that's the case, that it requires that much tension to load... Now, that's not even reasonable. Maybe this is backwards. I hope to God that's not backwards. I put the turbo encabulator in backwards. Oh, good Lord. Thanks very much, 462, for stopping in and witnessing this particular chunk of insanity. All right, I'm making a hypothesis right now that that is not the way that this is meant to be done. That is not the amount of tension that we are dealing with here. So now when I close this guy, presuming this is properly oriented, when I close it, what will it do? Will it tension the spring? Yes, it will. And that tension will propel it outwards. Okay. Hopefully that'll do the trick. Maybe this is the situation. So if I put this here, and I put this onto here, and this needs to go on here. Here. Let's try this. Now we need to do this. Oh, Batman, Chris is the Joker. Yeah, he is. Where the heck is he? He should be in this chat right now so I can swear at him periodically. Just whenever the pain gets too great. Just like, damn it, Chris! I should text that jerk. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Freaking bastard. Chris, you suck. In a very nice way, thank you for being a long-term supporter of the channel. You suck. All right. So, let's go on ahead. It's all for love, I know, but Chris, you're trying to kill me here. I've been fighting this thing for about... How long did we say? About 40 minutes? About 40 minutes? Yeah. Okay. So now what I need to do is have it so that this is in this orientation. Then I need to drop this in here such that this doesn't fall loose. I'm going to use a business card to do that. Keep this in position here. Then I'll pull the card out at a certain point. And now, okay, hold on. Is this... No, that didn't just work, did it? Okay. I left out a washer. I really, truly, and genuinely don't give a damn. It took you about an hour to figure it out, Chris? It took you about an hour. Freaking show off over there. About an hour. Yeah. Lies. Lies and manipulations. I cannot believe that there are 322 people watching me do this. That's a wonderful thing at some level, but oh my God. The world is just super absurd. Come on. Nope. Didn't work. Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh! I did it! Not quite. So, what I have here is this. Right now, it doesn't want to hold itself open. All right, we got it. We're close. We're missing this freaking spring here, which is an asshole, by the way. We're missing a washer, which I'm not missing super deeply. Oh, yeah, we did it. Oh, we did it. All right, so take this apart one more time. 1 hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, Chris is 5 minutes more brilliant than I am. By damn it. Oh, Chris. Yeah, the smart water just kicked in. Okay, so now, how do I not screw this up? Step one is put in the washer here. So I need to, this is oriented properly. I need to not screw this part up. You just go over here and you don't get screwed up. Stay. 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 Nerd, I know it's not success until all the parts are assembled, but must you break my heart? And I'm not calling him like a nerd because I dislike him. But yeah. The thing is, this isn't a garbage knife. Like, okay, I mean, this particular one, it's a jerk, but it's not garbage. It's actually kind of a cool design. But, oh my God. Okay. So now we drop this in place here. Who made this knife? The devil. Or Buck Knives. That's not, by the way, an actionable statement that Buck Knives is the devil. Okay. So, damn it. This little jerk of a spring. One more time with feeling. At least my tweezers are demagnetized now. That's nice. That was a small victory. 28 minutes. Does this knife change my opinion on manufacturers discouraging disassembly? Yes. I believe that manufacturers should make their knives such that they can be serviced in a reasonable way. This is not that. This is 100% not that. All right, so we've got this little jerk in place. Let's go ahead and retape one more time. Okay. Stay. What do we got here? I have things stuck to me. I'm very glad to be helping with your insomnia. Did that freaking jerk of a spring just come out? Okay. 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 Put that loose one more time. Good. 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 Come on. Stay. Okay. Back to the ranch. So is this like a button lock? This is a thing. This is a thing. The folks who are at 406 over there in Switzerland, my friends, I really, really hope you're like super bored as a security person at like a cool Swiss bank or something like that at 4 o'clock on the night shift. Because if you were staying up to watch this, I'll give you a little spoiler. It ain't ending well. I've got the taste of success, but at the end of the day, I don't know that I'm going to win. So, come on, move. I can't even get this freaking spring working. Thank you, nerd. I appreciate very much that. Stay. Okay. Stay. Okay. Now I just tape the damn thing shut for a second. Ah! Did you just come loose? It's that little snap. That little snap broke my heart right there. Oh, Chris. I don't know that you could ever troll me harder than this knife already is. My freaking iPad is about to run out of batteries here. So I'm about to lose the chat there, which is going to be awesome. I have 10% battery left on my iPad. That's going to be my deadline here. Because at that point I will lose the ability to follow the chat except up on here on the phone, which is right up here, and that's going to be tricky. Dr. Frunky would have had it anodized green by now. Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Frunky is a brilliant man. He'd probably put a new spine in it, too, just for grins. All right. All right. Good. Good, 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 good. We are making progress here now. We are cooking with gas. Olean. That can't go there. Stay. I just did that precisely wrong, but that's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just stay. Stay in position. Stay. And actually, you know what? I don't super care if some of this tape gets left behind in there. Okay, so now I need to get that little thing. I need to... Okay. Step one is to use the handle here. Okay, you go here. This freaking Teflon washer goes there. Yeah, by the way, the giveaway thing. As I'm struggling with this, let me focus on the things that bring me joy. The giveaway, the charitable raffle sort of affair, has now reached, believe it or not, we have now hit about $6,000. I would sure love to break 10K on this thing. Not on this thing, because 10K hours feels like a little much. But yeah. All right. Now, is the thing seated? Seat. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're seated. Good. Let's go ahead and move this damn Teflon washer. Okay, good. We're making progress here. Slowly but surely, we're working on this. Let's drop this in place. I'm going to put some Loctite on there, pretending for a second that there's finality involved at any point of this. There probably isn't, but I'm going to pretend. Okay, good. You think he's cheating? He keeps going out of frame. How could I be cheating on this? I ask you in all sincerity. What on earth could I be doing right now that would be shenanigan-tastic? What would help me? What would save me, I ask you? What would save me? There we go. Yes, I know I'm puncturing the tape and installing a screw through there, but you know what? I just don't give a crap. Is it good form? No, but I'm an hour and 10 minutes into this thing. Yeah, I'm about to slather the whole damn thing in red Loctite and never put it back together again. All right, so now... next step. I'm going to enthusiastically and, you know, with a great deal of hope, try and break the tape adhesive down here so I can pull that out. Chris is behind me giving instructions. If Chris were behind me giving instructions, you would periodically, I'm not a violent person, but you would hear me swearing at him quite violently on a regular basis. All right, come on now. Just going to let that soak on through there. Just go ahead and neutralize that adhesive. Yeah, you neutralize that adhesive. You don't need no adhesive. You're just going to come pulling right out of there. You're going to leave that spring in position. Oh, yeah. As a spring bar tool goes flying at my junk, whatever, that's not the worst thing to happen right now. And there is a Flight for Life helicopter heading someplace. Hopefully, well, on the bright side, I know someone's having a worse day than I am. No, this is enjoyable. It's some freaking level. Ah. Taylor says, Nick hates balisong people. Of course not. There are not a lot of people I hate. People who make supermarket self-checkouts? Maybe. But balisong people, no. They try to stab me on a regular basis. So at some level, I'm not a huge fan. But, oh, damn it, it's still taped on there. Come on. I'm just going to pour the alcohol directly into the hole here. I'm going to walk out of this smelling like alcohol. And it's going to be, my wife's going to be like, honey, what the heck were you doing in there? And it'll just be it'll be an odyssey. This may be the longest video I've ever freaking done. You make supermarket self-checkouts for a living? Clarence, I'm sorry, but you're why we can't have nice things. All right. Let's go ahead and see if I got this. Did you just hear that sound? Did you just hear that sound? That's the sound of my heart breaking. Because that sound was the sound of that little tiny freaking screw disengaging. Because, yeah, that little screw popped loose. And in addition, we don't seem to have enough spring tension going on here, but maybe that's just because there's some other issue, just generally speaking. But yeah, that's the sound of my heart breaking. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Back at the ranch. I'm getting closer each time, though. I'm getting closer each time. Yeah, knife 1, Nick 0, knife 10, Nick 0. This knife is like the U.S. women's soccer team of knives. And I'm every other person. Yeah, that's about as good as a sports joke as you're ever going to get out of me. All right. So, maybe that was my issue. I didn't have it properly. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure Buck will put it back together if I send in the parts. Do you have any idea how much self-respect I would lose if I had to send a knife back to a manufacturer because I put it back together wrong? I couldn't live with myself. Because then every other time I said something along the lines of, oh, well, you know, this should be easy to disassemble. Oh, I can do the disassembly. They would never believe me again. They'd just be like, Nick, remember what happened with that buck knife? And I'd be like, yeah. Come on, get in there. How can I ensure that this doesn't happen again? How can I ensure that that heinous snap is never repeated? How can I... What am I doing wrong with my life here? Could I be going the wrong way? So, that spring just went flying. Came off of here, bounced off of here. I think it hit the Batman mask and ended up under my flashlight. That was good. Hey, Chris, you still in here? Screw you. All right. Could I have it in backwards? Please, that would be nice. No. Yeah. Yeah, you're in here. Screw you, Chris. Screw you. With all the love in the world, of course. Oh, screw you so very, very much. All right. Let's go ahead and... Of all of the things, I have this knife working perfectly well, ish, for everything except this one damn little screw. And I can't figure out how my life is supposed to be able to... Okay. I'm going to try one other thing here. I'm going to take a different tack. I've gotten so close, but I've come yet so far. I am going to try removing the other scale. I know I already said that, but I'm going to try doing this a little bit differently than I've been doing. And I'm going to see if I can do all of this. If I can build this automatic mechanism as a cohesive unit here. Maybe that'll make my life easier. Hold it in place with a piece of card taped over it, but then I can't get the card out. Just yeet that spring into place. The problem is this spring is already yeeting itself across the room on a regular basis. So my ability to yeet the spring is far less than the ability of the spring to yeet itself. See, there you go. There was a self-yeeting approach there. You could argue that it was self-yoked. Perhaps yachting. All right, so there's that. Good. Next step, this. Good. I put you here. Next step. Where the hell is that plate? Pardon my French. Here we go. This needs to go down. Okay, good. Needs to go like this. Okay, good. Now I drop this whole affair Spring, I swear to God, I need to take this screw out. I need to take these screws out. You go there. Okay, that's fine. You can disengage yourself. This needs to go here. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Watched the Yorkie review and came back. Yeah, keep coming back, my friend. Keep coming back. I'm now getting emailed offers from people that if I send them the knife, they will fix it for me. That's very kind of you, but a little bit cruel with them. Damn it, Spring. No, okay, you're good. That's very kind, but it's also a little bit cruel. It's like, hey, I see you're an idiot. I can help. Like, thank you, but also screw you. Very kind, though. All right. So, here is this. This whole affair is packaged up together. Is the spring in position? Maybe. Oh, no, but this thing is not in position. So here, let's rotate this. Rotate, rotate. Okay, good. The freaking spring is loose, I believe. Yeah. All right. It has out-yoed itself. This is why YouTube should solely be cat videos. You know what? I agree completely. If you have been watching this rather than an adorable video of a cat, running or something like that, that is a much better use of your time. Like, unsubscribe right now, my friends, and go, like, Little Bub's channel. Oh, man. Go to Little Bub's channel. She is, like, way cuter than I am. Not that I'm particularly cute. And will provide you with much more enjoyment than some jackass dealing with a spring that is an asshole and trying desperately. This freaking spring is such a diva. And now I've got either a child or a ring wraith out there screaming. I swear. I occasionally talk about having what my wife and I refer to as a vasecta moment, where a particularly annoying child is out and about being particularly annoying, and it just reminds me of why I got everything tied up, such that wouldn't happen to me. This is a vasecta moment I am having right here. And also knowing that I will not someday have a child who might be exposed to disassembling a knife like this one. Because that would be a very cruel thing for that poor child. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead. We have hit, oh God, we're greater than 2 hours here. This is one of my longest live streams ever. We're at 6% on the iPad here. The kid is doing what I want to do. Yes, screaming loudly. Okay. Now, I need to get this into place before that spring eats itself out of the way. I'm going to do that by putting this here, keeping tension on this whole affair, hoping desperately beyond any hope. Oh, damn it, now that's come loose because this screw in the back stay. Okay, you're good, you're good. Do not come loose, spring. Yes, good, pop, go. Oh my. Where's my freaking spring bar tool? Last I saw it, it was flying directly at my crotch, but hopefully not today. Why are you... What the heck is that even? Oh, no! The other spring came loose! Don't worry about it there. I got 99 problems and people emailing me with kind offers. Not one of them. All right. So I kept one spring in position, but I lost the other one. And that's okay. I'm telling myself right now. How have I not had my hand ripped open by now? I don't know. Come on. This is top shelf comedy. I'm glad to hear that. Heck 90 the Nick does reply to his comments. But at the moment, as you can see, I'm a little busy. Yeah, you see that spring peeking through the other side there, taunting me? Busy not in the sense of actually doing anything useful for society, but instead basically doing a slapstick knife disassembly. So, I apologize deeply if my comment reply speed has not been adequate for your particular needs, but you're just going to have to keep going with this. And the spring eats itself across the room. That's nice. Just nice. Okay. You go. Why is this spring such a jerk? Thank you very much, Sakari. Appreciate that. Why is this spring gotta be so bad? Like, what happened to this spring? What did they do to you, spring? Like, you sometimes wonder, right? Like, this spring wasn't born this way. When it was bent on its little spring bending machine. So, the spring yeeted itself. I don't know exactly where. I heard it land that direction, someplace across the room. So, I'll be right back. Where did you go? Come on, spring. Did you land on my computer? Did you land on my desk? That didn't sound like a desk landing. I'm just going to walk around a lot because I know that this spring is just a jerk. And there is no way that it would resist the temptation to not embed itself firmly in my foot, given the opportunity. I have a flashlight right now. The flashlight is helping me in that I am able to identify shiny things relative to carpet. But we may have just given up the ghost here if I can't find this damn spring. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever thought that I might be a brilliant man, this is not the situation. Where did you go? How did that spring get that much damn loft? Like, seriously, if I could do that at the driving range, I'd be Tiger freaking Woods. And my flashlight battery just died. People. Okay. That's it. I'm upgrading. 10,000 lumens. Come here, 10,000 lumens. Fire it on up. All right. Where the heck is this thing? Chris. Chris, are you still there? Screw you. So very, very much. You are a wonderful human being, and I appreciate your support of the channel over all these years. But screw you. With these freaking self-eating springs, I'm wandering around my room in a Batman mask, trying to find a spring that has sprung. All right. And unfortunately, oh, is that it? Is that it? No, that's a piece of the aluminum foil that the other thing was wrapped in earlier. Good Lord. What's that extra little spring up near the Loctite? I swear, if it landed on this table and all of that was auditory illusion, I am so done. I am so very done. Did it land on my squirrel? No. Okay. I have a stuffed squirrel on my table. Not like used to be an actual squirrel, but close. Come on, spring. I don't actually want this spring back. That's the thing. I deeply do not. At some level, this spring and I are always going, like, even if I get this knife back together, it will be known as the knife that beat me. The knife that won. It's like the boy who lived, except opposite. It's the boy who died. Where the heck is that spring? If I'm looking through my open sock drawer for a spring, I have failed. Okay, it's shuffling time. What I need is like a super strong electromagnet that will just like, I need an MRI machine that will find any metal objects and just pull them to it. Good for IKBS too. Okay. So the thing is, here's my biggest problem right now. I got many problems. You all know this. You all know this all too well. But my biggest problem is, let's say that I admit defeat. Let's say that I say, Buck RapidFire, you have won. You have bested me. Let's say that I say that. And I stop and I end for the night. Sooner or later, I will be wandering around my office and I will step on this spring, as it will inevitably, given that it is an asshole, have oriented itself properly in the wrong direction. And then it will just be like a poke from beyond the grave. It will be rubbing it in a sense that I truly cannot comprehend. I can't. I can't. I cannot lose. I cannot lose. This is a $175 knife. I agree. Hopefully you've gotten $175 worth of entertainment out of it there. At the very least, I hope Chris has, because... Hey, Chris, you still there? You suck. Thank you. You suck. Oh no, never mind, that's a hair. So right now I'm moving the flashlight along the floor, hoping that the perspective from the flashlight will reveal the presence of this spring. And then my agony. Well, actually, no, my agony will continue even if I find the spring. Oh, was that it? No, never mind. The spring... Hold on. Okay, I'm just making sure it wasn't stuck between the Batman mask and my hair. Because that would be a problem. The Z-Hunter nabbed the spring to spite me. That could well be. Oh my God. My friends, there comes a time in every man's life when he must simply admit defeat. When he must admit that the spring that he's been trying to be getting into position for hours has yeeted itself out across into the void to a place where I will never find it. There comes that time in every man's life. And it's important, I feel, when that time happens, to acknowledge that pain and move on. Did I check my shirt pocket? I'm wearing a t-shirt, but that's really good thinking there. And I believe I've just found that time. I believe that this knife, the Buck RapidFire, has bested me. Between that little asshole of a spring, hopefully it found joy. You know, that's what I have to tell myself now. Hopefully that little spring has found a better place to be. I don't know where that would be. I don't know where springs dream of, you know? Do androids dream of electric sheep? Does it dream about being in a high quality knife? I don't know. Maybe. But I hope, I pray even, that little spring has found itself a place that it truly loves being. Maybe it's going to be under my desk waiting to stab me someday as I sit there. That sounds pretty reasonable. Maybe it's found its... And there went the pivot screw. Maybe it's found its way into a better knife or a worse knife. Maybe it always wanted to be in a Z-Hunter. Maybe. There are so many questions, but I hope that that little spring has found its way to someplace that will make it happy, right? That it will go be a jerk to somebody else, someplace else. Maybe it has disappeared into another dimension. Maybe Chris is standing right behind me, trolling me the whole time. I don't know. I don't know, Chris. But unfortunately, as the cavalcade of Fs in the chat are saying, I have failed. I really have. I have failed to reassemble this pocket knife. I have lost that spring. And I have failed. Hopefully, once I reassemble these screws here, it'll work. And at the very least, I'll have an excellent manual pocket knife with a spring that you need to hold, or a switch that you need to hold in order for it to lock. It's not exactly what everybody wants, but it's what I've got. And really, I think there's a life lesson here. There are many life lessons here. The biggest one is that you should never disassemble and maintain the buck knives quick fire, or rapid fire. See? Now it's closed. Now it opens. But the problem is, now it's closed. Now it's open. Actually, now it's a... You know, people, there's another lesson we can learn today. Just a moment ago, you heard me sad. You heard me despondent even. You heard the sad song of a man, thank you, Hendrix Flips. You heard the sad song of a man who thought that he had lost, who thought that he had failed. You saw a cavalcade of people in the chat telling me that I had failed, that I had lost, when in reality, I have just won. I have never in my knife working existence created something new. No, I've always reviewed other people. I've looked at their stuff. I've figured out what's going on. And then I've moved on with my life. I've never created something brand new, something magical, something impressive. Today I have. This is a knife that can be a manual open knife. Yes. It can be an automatic knife. Yes. But the more important thing is I have created a combination automatic gravity knife. Because when you close it in this way, it holds shut and it is an automatic knife. But if you let gravity hold the switch down in the other direction, it does not close. It does not lock. So in fact, this is a knife that is opened entirely with gravity. So this is a gravity knife. And is it an automatic? And it is a manual folder. My friends, I have created something new today. The very, very first three-way automatic gravity manual deploy knife. And I think that really, even though this is just terribly unsafe and a stupid idea, this is not a fail. This is a win. Or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself, so I can feel better about my life. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an hour and 58 minutes. There we go. Gravity. A man admits his failures and doesn't make excuses. Oh, that's not an excuse, my friend. That's a reality. Oh, man. No, that's an unmitigated win, my friend. Unmitigated. Yeah, the spring bounced twice. Everybody's now telling me 10 o'clock from the microphone. Yeah, that's where I heard it too, but it ain't gonna happen that way. But nevertheless, I hope you found this interesting despite my complete and abject failure. I hope that you at least were entertained by this whole process. And yourselves. Just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, everybody. By now. Let it go, he says. Let it go. I already did. It went that way, and I can't find it. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Thank you for your generous donations, and have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.